The fact of the matter is, you know nothing about it. Or in other words, you are stepping into an absolute abyss. The fear is not about death, the fear is lack of light on death. Death is another dimension of life, a dimension which is not in your experience.
They say the fear of death is the mother of all fears. Why is this so, and how can this be overcome?
Say, in daylight, when you can see clearly, if I ask you to walk from that tree to this tree, you will walk, no fear. Late night, suppose we turn off all the lights and we're just one day off the new moon, so it'll be a dark night. I ask you to walk from there to here, there may be fear. Why? Because you cannot see where your next step is. You don't know what you're stepping into. That's a fear. The fear is not about the night. The fear is about the lack of light. Because there is no light, which means your visual apparatus are no use. Suddenly there is fear, because you are unable to grasp where is the next step. When it comes to death, it's a nice day to live and die. When it comes to death, it doesn't matter how many things you have fooled yourself with. Doesn't matter how many books on death you have read, how many things you have heard. Suppose next moment is death, you know nothing about it. The fact of the matter is, you know nothing about it. Or in other words, you are stepping into an absolute abyss. You're stepping into a dimension that you're unable to grasp. You can't see it, you can't hear it, you can't smell it, you can't taste it, you can't touch it. That means you have no way of knowing anything about it. Because you're stepping into something that you cannot see, you cannot in any way sense, there is fear. The fear is not about death, the fear is lack of light on death. Now, is this the mother of all fears? When we say mother of all fears, I know this word is being used in many ways. People have used this in terms of mother of all battles. It's a wrong usage in the sense, when we say something is a mother of all, that means we're talking about that something as a source of everything. Or to put it more bluntly, it is that which breeds everything else. Is death or the fear of death the mother of all fears? Does it breed every other fear? Not necessarily the death, it's the unknown. Whatever is not known to you, whatever you're not able to grasp, that brings fear. Death is a classic example of the unknown. Of all the things that you may know and not know, death is one thing that for sure you do not know. Human mind is capable of projecting itself in many ways. It's capable of corrupting everything. But death has remained outside the realm and reach of human mind. Whichever way you speak about it, people will only misunderstand because they're trying to understand it from the context and the dimension in which they are. Death is another dimension of life, a dimension which is not in your experience. If you try to understand, you will only draw parallels with what you already know. So, when it comes to death, you should not try to understand. You can only know it by experience. And you're not ready for it. It is… at least this much you know. Though there are some people propagating that they will rise in death with their body. But any sensible human being knows that when a person dies, the body is left behind. Because body is not your property, it's Mother Earth's property. If anybody rises with their body, they must be booked under ecological laws. Because if all of us rise with our bodies, what will happen to this earth? There is no such thing. The material of the earth has to go back to earth. It's perfectly fine. Today this is a man, tomorrow it's manure, and good manure. Flowers will come, mangoes. And it's perfectly fine. At least when you're dead, you could turn sweet. Isn't it nice? When man goes, he becomes a mango. So, the fear is not even about losing the body. If only you had a clear-cut knowing or an insight as to what will happen after you die, you would come to terms with it. You would check how the accommodations are out there. If it's a little better than here, you say, why not? And you don't have to check whether it is Indian food or Chinese food out there, because you left the body here, you don't need food. Yes. You don't have to worry, how's the food up there? Because you left the body here. Food is not your problem. You just have to check the accommodation a little bit, how will you be and where? But the problem is, no matter what stories they tell you, in the last 2-3 years, it's become a trend in America. Lot of people writing books of how they died and came back. If they say my post-death experience, it'll be laughed at. So they're saying it's my near-death experience. Near-death is not death. Yes. All of us are near death right now. Yes or no? It can happen anytime. We're near death. Once you're alive, you're near death. How near? Who knows? Who knows if the mountain comes down today? No, it's not. But no guarantee. There is no… It's a beautiful mountain, okay? It has no bad reputation of erupting in fire, but suppose it chooses to erupt today, what to do? We enjoyed being at the foothills of a mountain. If she decides to erupt, what can we do? No, it's not going to happen, that's different. But what you call as life is such a fragile process. Just inhalation, exhalation, inhalation, exhalation, inhalation, exhalation. Next inhalation did not happen, gone. Just watch it. So fragile. Gone. Yes or no? Very fragile. It's like this, little like this, gone. At the same time, see how sturdy it is, how many things a man can do. But so fragile, it can go away. Don't think you have to be shot in the head to die. Many people drink water and poof, die. Eating noodle, they die. Yes. Simply, somebody goes to bed and they die right there. Yes or no? Every day. Don't think every day an earthquake has to happen, a volcano has to erupt, a bomb has to come, no. Simply sitting here, people die, just like that. So we are all near death. But there are a few entrepreneurs who write books which sell millions of copies about near-death experience. So, though all kinds of things have been written about it, next moment if you're going to die, you know nothing about it. When you think you're not going to die, you can make up all kinds of stories. Suppose you're going to die at the next moment. Stories won't stand, they will fall. So when all the stories that you believed in suddenly melted away, fear arises. Because the next step, you can't see where you're putting your foot. You don't know what it is. So, death is not the mother of all fears. Not being able to sense what is next is the mother of all fears, and death kind of epitomizes that experience. But you will see in this culture, people choose to die at a certain time, they fix their times, they sit down, with a very blissful smile on their face, they die. because they have realized the nature of life. If you know the nature of what this is, then there is no death. Death is a fiction, in a sense. Did you ever die, anybody here? No, I'm not asking near death, I'm saying real death. Did you ever die, anybody? No. No. Did you meet anybody who died and came back? No. Have you ever seen a dead person? Where? Yes. Where? You saw a dead person? Where? No, you've seen a dead body. Have you seen a dead person? No. You only saw a dead body, not a dead person. So you have not seen a dead person, you have not met somebody who died and came back, nor have you any personal experience. So, how did you conclude that you will die? How did you conclude that you will die? This is why, when you're alive, you must look at the nature of this life. If you know what is the nature of this life, if you are living here thinking that you are this accumulated body, if you are deeply identified with the body, then death looks like a dead end. If you know something in your experience, not in your thoughts, in your experience you know something beyond the body, then a dimension beyond the body is not a scary one, not a fearful one, it's a welcome one in many ways. So I was flying in Indiana, in United States. Then before flying, there was some time, the pilot didn't come, then I was just going around seeing all their photographs and records and things. This club has been there for over 30 years in thing and they have a good record and all this. Then I asked, how many have died? They said, only 17 people. In the last 30 years, only 17 people. I said, okay, then today being 18, the chances are low. But it's possible. It's possible. Then the pilot comes late and he says, I'm sorry, and jumps into his suit and does all those things in such a rush. Then I wonder, the guy who's tying these knots, if he also has come late and tied it up in a hurry, then it's an issue. So you're jumping off without anything, well, you have it on your back, but you jump, you're just jumping off. So that last moment, will this open or not? Just one string, strings attached, you know, only one string. Like this if you do, you can't pull it and test it because if it opens up here, you can't jump. You're not supposed to test it, you're supposed to believe somebody who's tied the knot and believe he's done it perfect. We do not know if he is putting the knot for the first time. 14,000 feet, a plane flies, usually it's a rickety old plane. When I went, the plane was making such horrible noises, it was easier to jump than stay in the plane. In the state of Ohio, Shankaran Pillai went to learn skydiving. So he is about to jump and the instructor said, when I say, you pull the string, only one string. There's no backup string, only one string. So Shankaran Pillai asked, suppose it doesn't open, the parachute, how much time do I have? The instructor said, well, all your life, huh? Your entire life. This is the nature of life. Your entire life is now. You have to breathe now. You have to eat today. You have to drink water today. You cannot live on yesterday's stuff, isn't it? One day if you stop all this, 1 minute if you stop all this, life starts going down. Don't believe what I'm saying, just check with your life. Let me live so many days, all these years I've been breathing, let me live on that. Try. Immediately it'll tell you, this is not the way, you idiot. Is it telling you or no? No, I loved somebody so much and she's gone right now, I want to die. Try. Says, hell with her, I want to live, this says. Stock market crashed, I lost all my money, I want to die, try. Life says, hell with your stock market, I want to live. Yes or no? Are you life-oriented or are you death-oriented? This is the question. Because life is very brief, but death is very long. No? People who died have died for a long time, isn't it? People who lived just lived for a few years. There is no long life, only a miserable person has a long life. Otherwise there's no long life. Where is long life? Even I am becoming old. One who is exuberant and joyful and involved, where is long life? It's a bloody brief life. Yes, sir? I bless you with a brief life, not in terms of time, but in terms of experience.
Hey Sadhguru, it's me, Mike, and good luck with your motorcycle tour across America. And I had a question to ask you. I was wondering, the year 2020, with all this, diversity and division, and just all the controversy with the coronavirus, how do you think you're going to receive any peace from this crisis?
Namaskaram, Mike, Sadhguru here. I heard that you are again training for a fight. Are you ready to fight the Terminator? No, don't take it seriously. Let me Okay, that's me, you can see. No punching, okay? About peace. We must understand, peace will not happen in America, Africa, India, anywhere. Peace can only happen within us. And as everything is, in terms of human experience, it happens only from within us. That is true for peace also. Well, one way of putting this is, all human experience has a chemical basis to it. We must explore this, how to create a chemistry of blissfulness. This is what inner engineering is about. I'm sorry we were not able to teach you the practice. If you're willing, I'll ask one of the teachers to come and teach you the practice, which will create a chemistry of peacefulness and bliss. This is the only way forward for humanity. If we are expecting outside situations will be all wonderful for us, no, any time they can turn around, as you see right now, but outside situation is not the real thing. What's happening within us is the real thing, and we can ensure that what happens within us happens the way We want it. Of course, as you say, you want peace. If peace happens, you will want joy. If joy happens, you will want blissfulness. If blissfulness happens, you will want ecstatic states of being. Well, all this is possible within the human being, if only we are willing to turn around and do what is needed within ourselves. It's my wish and my blessing. You must know peace and blissfulness, everything that's possible that we can do, we'll do it for you. The initial invitation for fight, don't take that seriously with me, okay, please? All the best for you, whatever you're training for. It's wonderful at this stage in your life, you're coming back at least for the fun of it, if not for competition part. It's really great that you're in a shape to even attempt this. Wonderful. You must ride with me, Mike. I'm exploring spiritual America on my motorcycle. Ride with me. But all of you young people, to whatever extent you can, whichever way you can walk around in Chennai, you can cycle across small villages around. If you can motorcycle across Tamil Nadu, you can drive, you can go by bus, you can go by train, whichever way. I want you to gather yourself into small groups of 1, 2 or 5 or 10 and do your own little rally across Tamil Nadu. The rally is not a 30-day flirtation. The rally is a lifelong love affair for me. So if the nation has to respond as we want the nation to respond, Tamil Nadu should be on fire. It's your business to keep it on fire.
If you stayed until now, if you paused your day to listen, that already sets you apart from most. Like the video, comment where you're watching from, and check the links in the description. You'll definitely find more content that continues this conversation with you. Thanks, big hug, and see you in the next video.